everybody, welcome back to Dad and Daughter Play Games. Today on Dad Plays Soul, I'm playing Trekking Through History by game designer Charlie Bink and Underdog Games. During the game, you're going to go on a 3-day tour of history, traveling thousands of years in a time machine to experience great moments from our past. Trekking Through History takes place over 3 rounds, each round presenting a day of your trip. Each day you'll visit a series of historical events, spending a different amount of hours at each. Along the way, you'll score points by sticking to your itinerary and visiting historical events in chronological order. Now today, this game is normally a 2 to 4 player game, but I did the Kickstarter, this Kickstarter edition. It does include a solo mode, so I'm going to take that to the table and let's check it on out. Alright everybody, we have the basic setup here for Trekking Through History. Got it going on, we got a nice play mat here that comes with the game. Our scoring track gives you an idea on how many points you get for treks. Treks are the amount of cards you get in a row, starting from oldest to newest. So if you have that 1 card trek, it's worth -3 points. 2 cards are worth 0. The points go up through 10. You get 30 points for a 10 card trek. That means 10 cards that start from oldest date to the most recent date, all in a row. Any card over that is with an additional 3 points, 11 plus. So for instance, here on the board right now, we have a 12,000 BCE. That is currently the oldest card on the board, while 1891 is the most recent one. The game does come with a nice little cheat sheet here. It tells you, so we're in day 1, so the oldest date is 37,000 BCE, all the way up to 1903 AD, and gives you dates for day 2 and day 3. So it kind of gives you an idea. As you get further down the track, you may say, hey, the chance of me getting another card are pretty slim. I may have to start a brand new trek. I'll explain it as we go along here. So basically what you're going to do on your turn is you are going to purchase one of these cards that is available here, and give you an idea here. So for instance, I started with the 1762 card, take a bite of the first sandwich. You can see that it has a 2 for cost, which means then I would move my watch 2 spaces around the board. And then the tokens down here tell you what type of token you get as rewards. This is event experience. And then also this is on a space. That also gets me a time crystal. Time crystals can be spent. You start with 1. You can spend a time crystal when you're purchasing a card to reduce this cost by 1 hour on the time. So I could spend the time to make this one cost 1, and my time watch would only move to that space. Now how it turns, then what happens is these cards will all slide down and a new card will be brought into play. The top card of this deck, this is the face of deck. This card can be purchased, but you do not get any bonus tokens with this one. So as you see, I get to go first. More like I'm going to choose this one because it's the oldest date. And then you want to keep buying cards that go in order from oldest to newest. The longer you trek, the better. Now how turns work is, say I bought this card for 2. You go to the oldest, or the clock that is furthest back, and that one gets to go next. So it might be possible if he were to buy this card, which he wanted, he'll buy this card. He would move 1 space. He'd purchase this card, get all the benefits, and then that player would also get to go again because they're still the furthest back. If he takes a 2 and goes here, his token's on top, he gets to go first. Vice versa, if mine's on top, I get to go next. Now, part of the thing is also the itineraries. So this is the historian. He's the player we are playing against. He has his own itinerary, and you start out with 4. They're dealt randomly to you. And then you can either flip these over and look at them and choose one to go with, or you can just randomly choose one. I will show you there is a huge swath of itineraries to choose from. And basically how these work is they have different things on here. So as you get person experience, these fill up. You know, bought these up. If you hit a spot like that, mark that with the person experience, you get 2 points. You have to do these in order. This would be worth 4. If I do this entire row here, it's worth 2. If I do this entire row, it's 11. This card gives me a time crystal, and so on and so on. So they're all a little different. And the historian's time card, I will show you here. He also has points starting out. He has wilds on here. If he fills up this row here, he takes a time crystal away from me. Now what is interesting is for the solo game that it comes in the Kickstarter edition, there are 4 difficulties. This is easy. He has no special ability. Once you go to medium, the historian gets 1 special ability that has to be played, or one thing has to affects the gameplay. As you go to hard and extreme, these advanced, and sometimes there are 2 of them. So now what happens is, as we get through 1 day, which means we go all the way around the clock, and your pocket watch will always stop here. If you land exactly on the space, you get 3 bonus points on your score. But as we get through the whole day, then I will switch out to a new itinerary. In a multiplayer game, that is how it always works. You play one itinerary until the first day ends for all the players, and then you'll choose another itinerary and go on and go on and go on through day 3. Playing the solo game, the historian keeps the same itinerary the whole time, so you have to really pay attention to where he's at, what points he's getting, because as he gets down here, he starts getting more and more stuff and more wilds and all sorts of stuff like that. So let's randomly choose one of these to start with. Wow, that's got a lot way at the top there. And I'll put this aside for now. So we have all our tokens, everything's ready to go here. So I'll just go through a first turn and we'll see how this goes, okay? All right, so I'm obviously going to choose probably the oldest card here. It's giving me more space to have a go at this. Now, obviously, I need a lot of people experience. Then we have event experience is the scroll, innovation experience is the light bulb, and progress experience is the little laurel. And so this card's going to take me a while to get some points, but once I can get down here, I can start matching out here. So I'm going to start with this card here. So 12,000 BCE, that's the oldest card that's out there right now. There's only one card older than that in this whole deck for day 1. So that cost me 2 hours. You have to always take that first. 1, 2. Then you can take a token. So I get innovation token, which will go on the first slot that is available, which is right here. And I get, from this space, I get a person experience, which will fill in that slot right there. Now you can see here, the historian is the furthest one back. So now it goes to his turn. This card will come over here. Normally cards would slide down to fill up spaces. The historian will always take the oldest card available on the board. So he's going to take this one here. It's going to cost him 3, 1, 2, 3 by the hours here. You see he gets a person experience, which fills in here. He gets event experience, which fills in here. And then the wilds always get done last. Now how wilds work is the wild token always goes to the topmost row with an opening, and it goes to the furthest spot to the right. So in this case, he's going to fill in that spot right there with that card. So that's the first card in his itinerary. So now these cards slide down. It slides on over. Now that's nice. That's a nice card for me to add to my itinerary. Adds on the person experience. Doesn't give me any bonuses, but that's okay. So you can see I'm for this one back right now. So let's see what we can do here. I think I'm going to go for this one. So this is create your own success. It's Hatshepsut. Sorry if I got that wrong. So it's going to move me 2 spaces. That's going to get me a person experience, which goes here. Now I'm further ahead, so now the historian's going to go first. Now the oldest card on here that he can take to continue his journey, right? This is the oldest card on this day, so that's not going to do anybody any good, at least for now. So 655 of these is the oldest one. So he will move 1, 2, 3 spaces. He gets an event experience right there, and he also gets a person experience right here. Now, if you see that filled up this row, which means he gets a wild, topmost row, card to the right, this is the only one available here. That goes that one. That means he gets 5 points. So you have to be careful there. So that's going to add on to him. Now he's way ahead of me. Let's fill this in. Now, like I said, that card's not going to do us any good right now. Oh. Okay, now this card's got a lot of things going, but it's also got 5 time on it. I really need to get some more person experience. This card doesn't do me any good. This one does me okay, though. All I think I'm going to do is I'm going to take this one. It would normally cost me, 1891. It's quite the jump, isn't it? Okay, I need these. So I'm going to take the 900 card. I'm going to spend my one-time token. That's only going to cost me 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now I get the event experience, which I need. I get the progress experience, which I need. And I get a time crystal back. So that goes into my spot there. Now, if you save on your time crystals, it's worth 1 point at the end of the game. Okay, so now he's behind me. So what is the oldest card he can possibly take? I think it's going to be this one here. Watching the Emperor Song's Grand Fireworks. Correct? Yes. So he's going to move 5 spaces. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He's close to the end. So he gets a experience of those. And now we go innovation. And he gets a time crystal. Now, I know some of the advanced versions of this, he will spend time crystals to knock down how much time he takes. Okay, so we're at 900, so we're going to be jumping up here at some point. Okie dokie. So these two cards, these three cards do me no good. I could choose one of these cards here. I think I may take this one. 1, 2, 3, 4. Is any of that worth it, though? Let's see here. Here's what I might actually do. I might spend the, I'm going to spend the 1 here. Spend the 1. That gets me an innovation token. That gives me 2 victory points off the gate. And another one of those. Wow, none of those do me any good. Now, I'm going to spend this time crystal here. I'm going to purchase this one. Spend this time crystal. Now it cost me 3. So 1, 2, 3. I landed directly at back at 12. So I get 3 points for being punctual. I get a person experience. Oops. Now the innovation doesn't do me any good because that slot is full, but I get a wild. So topmost row that is not filled is this one. That goes there. That gives me 8 more points. That was nice. And that goes down there, 1891. So these will slide over. There's a lot of old cards here, but they're not going to do us any good. All right, so you can take a lot of BCE dates. So really, he's only got one that you can take, which is this one here. That brings him back to midnight. He does not get a bonus for that, but he does fill up a 2 spot there. It gets him 2 points, and he gets another time crystal. Okay, that's the end of day 1. We've completed our roll around. Now, the day 1 cards that are left in play will go away. Oh, I did forget to explain one thing. These are ancestor cards here. If at any point you don't have a good choice, these cost 3. You can take them down with time crystals as well. Give you a wild. They are used, like for instance, if I played one here, it would count as another 1891 card. There's only 3 of those in play for the solo game. Our current treks stay in play. I lose everything on here, so look, I did get some before the day was over. So put all these tokens back quick. Okay, so I'm going to choose a different itinerary card for day 2. Let's go for this one. Okay, that's our new card for day 2. Now what happens is we bring in the day 2 deck, which are marked by the 2 at the top here. I'm going to give these a quick little shuffle. Now your treks stay in play, so it is possible to continue playing these further along. All right, so let's deal these out. Wow, a lot of old cards here. Wow. Okay. So he's on top. He gets to go next. Obviously, there's only one card in play that he can choose, which is this one right here. So he's going to take that. It's going to cost him 2, and he's going to get 2 person experiences. 1 and 2. I just got to hope there's a better card here, and there is not. Okay, so I'm at a point right now. I cannot play any new cards. I could add a wild to this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Gets me 7 points. That's not bad. Oh, he's also at 5 points. But he's probably going to do the same thing I am. Unless another card comes up. So I'm going to call this good. I'm going to call this as a good trek. We've completed that one. Now I get to start over. So I can go back as far as I want to. The oldest card is this guy right here. That's a 4-pointer though. Or do I go with this one? Because I could easily get 2 cards out of this. Make him, so let's see how close he is here. Another scroll doesn't do good. Innovation gets him close here. When he'll take a time crystal away from me if he gets this one. Although that's going to slide down. What to do? See, I get 2 cards the same cost as this one. Let's do that. I'm going to start with this one here. It cost me 2. 1, 2. And I get a scroll experience. And an innovation, which goes here. These cards slide down. Now what is nice is I am on top, so I get to go again. So now I'm going to choose this card. Ooh, or I could choose this one, give me a time crystal. Interesting. I think I'm going to take this one. That's another 2 spaces. 1, 2. Gives me that, and it's going to give me a time crystal. These will slide down. All right, now he's going to go. Now there is a card that he could play. Actually, both of these are. So he actually is going to go for this one because it's further, not as far back. It's going to cost him 2, and he gets a wild for that one. It's going to go up here, and that will eliminate my time crystal. That's not good. All right, now he gets to go again. So now I believe 1963 is the next best card he can take. So he's going to move 1, 2, 3. He's going to get a person token, which gets him 2. 1, 2. He gets a progress 1. He's getting close there, and he gets another person experience here. That's going to hurt me right now. So that fills in there, but now I get a chance to go. So now there are still some good cards here. This one's still in play for me, which is good. And right now he's going to empty out. So let's go for this one. Expand your mind with Confucius. We're going to move 2 spaces. We get a person experience, and we get a time crystal back, which is going to be helpful. These are all going to slide down here. Okay, I need this and this. This card is great for me, but how far ahead do I want to go here? At 520 BCE, so technically every card but this card is valid for me to play right now. That's not bad. Give me a couple time crystals. That gets me way ahead of him though as well. Or I could take this. I think I'm going to go for this one. That's going to give me 6 points right out the gate here. I think I got to go through this one. Seek scholarly advice at Timbuktu. It's going to cost me 4. I'm going to spend my time crystal, so it's going to cost me 3. 1, 2, 3. All right. So I get event experience, which I need. Get innovation experience, which gets me a time crystal. That's lovely. And here we have progress experience, which goes here, and I filled up that row. That gets me 6 more experience. Okay, that goes here for me. These are going to slide down, so unless something from 19 something pops up. Okay, so 1951. All right, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Ouch, that hurts. That's worth 15 points. So his trek will be over. So he's going to start a new trek with the oldest card, which is this one here. So I kind of like that. That's worth 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. He gets an innovation, which fills this up. That's not great. That gets him 5. Gets progress, which gets him another 2. And he gets another time crystal. If I can get one. Okay, now it is my turn. I got 1 time crystal. Okay, so right now these 3 cards are out of play. I could go 1507. That's going to give me another 3 points there. Move on to get this row. That's a nice card, though, too. 1, 2, 3. That gets me maxed out here. If I spend a time crystal, it puts me on top. Or I think I take this one. Gets me 3 points. 1951. Man, this is difficult. I think I got to go for what's going to give me more play going forward. So I'm going to go for this one. That's worth 3 points. I am going to spend a time crystal, so it only costs me 2. 1, 2. So I get scroll experience and get progress experience, which goes here. That gives me 3 more points. 1, 2, 3. Okay, these slide down. Now I get to go again. Now it's okay if I max out here, go past the clock, but I want to make sure. So these 3 cards are out of play. I technically could take this card here, go to 1905, which is going to give me some points there. Give me 3 more points. I think I gotta go with that, right? Because otherwise this is going to be a wash. So let's go to 1905. It costs me move 3, which I can only move 1. I don't get my punctuality bonus. I get 2 person experiences. 1, 2. That gives me 3 more points. And an innovation, which doesn't do me any good. That'll fill that in. Now, technically, we're not done because it's his turn now. So he's going to go for the oldest date in here, which is 1195. So he's going to move the spaces. Boom. He's going to get event experience, which is there, and also a progress experience, which is way down here. Okay, the maxes him out. So now that is the end of day 2. So we're now going to go to day 3. Shuffle the day 3 cards here. So now I lose all this. I'm going to pick my last itinerary. We'll send that one away. And out of these 2, let's go with this one. Okay, so now it is his turn. He's going to take the oldest date available here for him, which is going to be 1610. So he's going to move 2 spaces. He gets a person experience, which gives him 2 points, 1, 2, and an event experience, which gives him another time crystal. Okay, so these slide down. Now, what do I need most here? I need a little bit of everything, don't I? I really want to get to the 7th space. The wild's not bad. That's really going to fill in. Oh, it would fill in this one and one of these. I think I'm going to take the 1925 space. It's going to move me 2. I'm going to get to go again. The blue one. Get an innovation experience. That goes on my trek here. These slide down. I then get to go again. So let's see here. I need a couple person experiences. And a scroll and that one. Let's see here. I could go. It gives me 2 people experiences. That's not bad. 1977. How many cards do I have past that? 1989, 1990. I'll also go with 1947. That cost me 4 though. Yikes. I think I'm going to go with, oh, I could go 1955 as well though. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do the 1955 card. 1, 2, 3. Okay. 1 person experience. 1 progress experience. That's it. Nothing moves down, which I like. All right, so he's at 1610. So the oldest card for him is going to be this 1823 card. That makes him move 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But he's going to get a bunch out of this. So that will fill up that one. That gets him 2 more points. He gets a time crystal and a wild, which is going to go fill up here, which is going to, oops, which is also going to get him another wild. Oh boy, which fills in that spot. That would take a time crystal away, but I do not have any. Okay, I'm at 1955 here. Scroll, and I need 3 person experiences. I'm going to go with this one. Forest to Earth. That costs me 1. Gets me 2 people experiences, which I like. I have a good trek going here right now. Now the question is, do I do 1989 or do we do 1990, which is going to give me the scroll that I need? Because he will go, nope, he'll go 1911. So I technically could take this card, get a time crystal. I like that. Let's go 1989. It's going to cost me 2. 1, 2. It's going to go down here. It's a long trek right now. You can see that there. All right. So that fills in that one, and I get a time crystal. A lot of cards here going on right now. Slide these down. All right, 1823. So 1911 is the oldest card for him. So he's going to take that card. That's going to move him 3. 1, 2, 3. So he's going to get 2 person experiences. That gives him a wild. Don't like that. We'll play that at the end. Another person experience. Which gets him 3. 1, 2, 3. He's catching up to me. 1 innovation experience, which gets him another 2 points. Uh-oh, we are tied right now. Not liking that. And then the wild goes topmost roll. So he gets another time crystal. Yikes, I say. Yikes. Okay. Now, I am for this one back. I need a scroll. So I could do this 1991. Right, let's do that. Cost me 1. So I'm going to get 2 innovations. So that one gives me 3 points, and that one gives me 3 points. That's helpful. I'm also still the first one back. So, unfortunately, as you see, I'm out of cards that I can play. So I'm going to be done with this trek. That 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's 11 card trek. So that's 33 points right now. That one's pretty great. I am happy with that. Very happy with that. Okay, so I start over. I need a scroll, so I'm going to go with this one here. That's going to give me 1, 2. Do I spend the 1? I'm going to spend my 1 time crystal. So this only cost me 1. So that cost me 1. I get another scroll, which then fills in this gap of 7 points. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And I get another person experience, which goes here. That's not too bad. Now, ideally, I want something that costs me 2 points. And anything that gives me something good here would be great. I could pick this one. I'm going to get 5 more points out of this here. The innovation doesn't do me any good. So that's where this is going to be worth 0 points as a whole. But it's going to give me 3 points. Okay, I got to go with that. 2. It's going to bring me 1, 2 right there. So I get an innovation and a progress, which is going to give me another 5 points. And I'm maxed out. So let's see what he gets here. So 1947 is the oldest card. He's going to take those spaces there. So out of that, he gets a wild, which is going to go here. That doesn't give him anything new. And 2 time crystals. Okay, so now we are done with day 3. Put these away quick so I can count out cards and do everything. I think we have a good chance here, but who knows? So that itinerary's gone. All right, I have no time crystals. I get no points for that. I get 2 cards in this itinerary. That's worth 0 points. This one here is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's 11. So that's worth 30 plus 3, 33 points. So we have 10, 20, 30, 1, 2, 3. I think I have this one in the bag. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5 more, which were 7 points. Okay, now he's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. He has 9 time crystals. That puts him there. And then let's see here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Sorry, I'll move that down a little bit for you. He's got 5 in this trek. That gives him 7 points. And he got a lot in this one, but I only gets enough to catch up to me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 more points. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And there you go. That's how Trekking Through History is played in single-player mode with the historian playing against you. It's very easy to do that. You just look at the oldest card. If there's not an oldest card, you start him over. It's very simple. On medium, hard, extreme, I haven't played yet. I'm sure it gets a lot more challenging at that, especially when he's able to spend time crystals to make him go slower around the clock, because right now there's a lot of times where I can plan on him jumping way ahead of me just by looking at what cards are in play. And you also get a good idea of what it's like playing a multiplayer game. It's the same game, but you're going to be paying more attention to the other players' itinerary boards because you're going to see somebody needs 2-person tokens to get 10 points. That's a huge leap, as you saw in here. We were close till right at the end when I scored a bunch of points. 10 points can mean the game at the end. So you have to pay attention. Do I take this card even though it doesn't quite give me exactly what I need, but I need to take that person experience away from him? It's worth me spending time crystals to take that card so I get to go again. So there's a lot of choices. So let's go back to the table and talk about the game. All right, everybody. Hopefully you enjoyed that playthrough of Trekking Through History by Underdog Games. Like I said, this is the Kickstarter edition of the game, so it came with a solo mode. I don't believe that normal in-store copies will have that, but check your friendly local game shop, because a lot of times they will buy Kickstarter games and have them for sale. So check that out. And I'm sure there'll be some people that will come up with some makeshift solo-player game mode based on the components that come in the standard edition. That being said, hopefully you enjoyed that. It gives you an idea of how the game plays, and with multiple players, there's a lot more involved, because not only looking at your own trek, you're looking at the other players' treks as well as their itinerary, and you're just making sure that, oh, that person there needs one of these or 2 of those to get 10 points. So maybe I have to take this card, which jumps me way ahead. It may not be great for me, but it stops them from getting 10 points. That comes into play for sure. And maybe hopefully by the time the cards come all the way back around, you have more cards you can put into your current trek. That being said, let's go on with the dad and daughter play games score. So we're going to start with the rules. The rules are written great. They look beautiful, nice big pictures and diagrams. A big 2-fold page tells you how to lay out the game on the table, how to get it all set up, and it goes step by step, self-explanatory, tells everything exactly how it should be done in an easy to understand manner, and I have had no issues at all with rules at this point. So I'm going to give the rules a 5. Now, going to the art. I don't have to say a lot about that, I don't think. Look at the cover. It's amazing. The cards artwork is so good that you're not just like looking at it like, oh, I'll take that card. I don't care what it is. You really want to look at it and see what the picture is and what it's all about. It's amazing. And on the table, with the playmat and everything, table presence is amazing. I'm giving the art in this game a 5 as well. So there's a common theme going on here. Components. Now, this is the Kickstarter edition. I don't know if the retail version is going to be any different, but as far as Kickstarter goes, the neoprene mat, high quality, really good. The cards are good quality cards, have a nice linen finish on it. It has probably one of the best trays I've seen in a long, long time for organizing of the game. I'll pop up a picture of that right here. Hopefully you can check it out. It's got spots for everything. It's got spots for each 3 days of cards. You can separate those out. The playmat fits in there real nice. It's got room for to keep all your tokens and your clock piece and your little time crystal card board. Keep all those separated and together. Easy to take apart, easy to put back in the box and keep it ready to go. So components, I'm going with a 5. I don't have any flaws right now in this game as far as that goes. Now, for my own personal score, I'm going with a 5. That may not surprise anybody. The strategy is there, even in the single-player game. The strategy is there for sure, because you're making sure that the historian does not hit certain milestones to score big points or to take time crystals away from you that you might truly need. So there's strategy. And that's only on easy. I've yet to play in medium hard or extreme, but I'm sure those add a lot to it. And as you start getting good at easy, like you saw the game I did there, it went pretty well for us. And hopefully that will continue as I move on to medium and hard and eventually extreme if I get good at it. Now that being said, also in the solo edition, there is a special pack of cards called the Time Warp. I have not opened those yet. You're not supposed to open them until you've played a few games. That's supposed to add another new element to the game, but I have not checked that out yet. So who knows what that has to bring. So for my score, I'm giving it a 5 as well. So at the top, rules of 5, art of 5, components of 5, and my score of 5. That gives a dad and daughter play game score of a 5.0. I believe it's only the second game that we've played that's given us that, and I can't recommend this game enough. If you can find it, please pick it up. Underdog Games and Charlie Bink did an amazing job with this game, and I think you'll love it on your game table, playing with your friends, and even if you're lucky enough to pick up a copy of the Kickstarter edition, hopefully get some good time solo gaming going on as well. So until next time, like, subscribe, ring that bell, get those notifications, as Sophia likes to say, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.